Hey Dan, it's Logan Stout at Perkins Motorplex in Mayfield, Kentucky. Gonna walk around this RAV4 for you. To give you an idea where we're at here, I'm on the bottom lot of our headquarters in Mayfield, Kentucky. So we have, of course, these two lots right here. If you were to go to the end of this dead-end street, you would see a whole bunch more of our inventory that is in the back, along with our service centers, photo booth, reconditioning facilities, and our Mac and Jack Center, we call it, where we do lifts, wheels, and tires and stuff like that. This is that RAV4 we've been talking about. And I always point this out at the very beginning. All of our vehicles are used. They're all pre-owned. So I like to say they all get grace. None of them are going to be perfect. However, some of them are nicer than others. This one falls in the category of one that kind of sells itself and is very nice. So there's not a whole lot for me to point out on it, but I do want to point out anything that I can find as we walk around it. Dings, scratches, blemishes, whatever. All right, so let's start with the wheels and tires. Of course, you got the hubs on there, and they are all in really good shape. I'm not seeing curving, scraping, anything like that. The tires, so Toyota tires, a really good brand. We like them a lot here. These are not new, but they're good. I'm gonna give them 60. I'm not the best at this, but I'm gonna say 60% tread. Backs and fronts both very even. Looks like even wear on them. Really good there. So several years of driving before you'd have to do anything with those. Looking down the driver's side here, I've walked around this car twice now. I have yet to find something major, so I'll just go ahead and get that out of the way. As far as major dings, like a big scrape or something like that, maybe when we do it nice and slow here, I'll find something, but that side is great. Paint's in really good shape. It does have a nice coat of pollen on it right now. It's that time of year in Kentucky, so you're gonna see that kind of greenish tint to everything probably, but that's the case with all of our vehicles right now. Headlights look great. That grill looks really nice. That honeycomb grill they come out with that has been so popular. It's got a great look to it. And there's not a lot of rock pecks or bug damage up here either. Maybe a couple tiny little spots that have been dabbed with touch up just to make sure that, you know, the paint's protected. There's a spot right there, maybe a rock or something, but man, that's really, really good across the front. Fender looks good. This side looks good as well. I know there's a spot on the back bumper courtesy of a bird, but other than that, which will of course wash right off, there it is on the back bumper. Man, other than that, I got nothing. This thing's great, and I'm certain there's a scratch or two on it somewhere, but I'm just not seeing it. Maybe the pollen's covering it up, but whatever it is going to be light. It's not going to be huge. All right, so let's go to the inside. You're going to see this throughout. There's really nice floor mats in this thing, which is great. We give her every floor mat. We give her every key. Everything that we get, we give. We don't hold anything. And this one has really nice floor mats. It's got one key right now. If we get the second in the mail, which we do sometimes from auction or whatever, we'll send it on to the new owner. So for now, you got the one key, but you do have the floor mats and owner's manual. And there's a nice accessory tray in the center console that I'll point out here in a second too. But smells great. It doesn't smell like smoke, animal, anything like that. It's really, really nice. I drove this vehicle for a second. Rode and drove good. And get my sunglasses off here. I'm not seeing rips, tears, stains, nothing. Like, really good shape. Just a clean RAV4. Love that. Of course, the LE package stripped down a little bit, but that's where your most value is by for my money's worth. I love that. Does have auto dimming headlights, which is a really nice feature. And the seat, not a power seat, but it does have multi-directional, so this will crank it up and down. And then of course you slide front to back with the handle in the front, and then there's the back, the seat back tilts. different drive modes, I should say. There's your parking brake, your air controls, hot and cold both work. And your displays look great. Flip through here real quick. All your different options there. You can kind of customize that. 33,872 miles. That's important because that means this thing qualifies for our factory type total care warranty. We talked about that a little bit in the email. If I've got one complaint, maybe it would be right around this volume knob. You can see like a little bit of discoloring, maybe through sunscreen or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, this thing is really nice. It's responsive. Of course, you're going to have your Apple CarPlay on here, XM radio, no nav. But again, that's the beauty of Apple CarPlay. You plug that in, or your Android Auto, if you have navigation on your phone, it'll just mirror to the screen there, and it's safer. And that navigation updates way better than the factory navigation on there. It'll give you traffic alerts and stuff like that. And a lot of times the vehicle manufacturer navigation doesn't update that quickly. So you got your owner's manual and books in there. Here's that nice tray that's in there. You could obviously take this out and chuck it if you don't want it, but I would keep it. I like having multi-layers there. Passenger seat's in great shape. It's like one little spot right there, but that's not a rip or a tear, just a little discoloring. And just to confirm here, make sure. Yeah, driver's seat's great too. Getting those nice floor mats all throughout. No stains in the headliner. This thing is clean. Got a sunglass holder, SOS button, and your door lights. Your light controls where you can turn it on if they lights come on when you open the door or whatnot. We'll give you a look underneath the hood as well. No hail damage across the hood. I don't know if I said that earlier, but it's clean. And speaking of clean, you know, I don't know an alternator from a radiator, so I'm the last guy to point out, you know, everything I see under here, but I have been trained a little bit, just how to look through the engine, the windows that the engine bay gives us, look for excessive rust or corrosion, anything that stands out, and you can see just how clean it is. This thing is awesome. No knocking, no ticking, sounds good. Perfect. So there you go. There is that RAV4. And again, our goal is to show you payment options both with and without that total care warranty worked in. That total care, I'm not a huge warranty guy, but because it covers technology like backup cameras and parking sensors, and in addition to the engine, transmission, when you think about the computer module on all these vehicles now, because it covers that and power windows and power locks and all the electronics, I'm a huge fan because of it being nationwide, no deductible, and covering all those components. Any insured mechanic can get paid to do the work with that warranty. So again, that's our goal, show you payment options both ways and let you make the decision. But very, very pleased with it. Let me know what other questions you have.